Shalom. All the praises goes to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Rakotha Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rikah Kodash. I would love to give double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to our sincere brothers, pushing His truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives week in and week out to feed the lost sheep of Israel. And shalom to the hopeful elect. Amen. I saw this sometime last year. I looked at it, thought nothing much of it, and it came up today. So what caught my attention? It said the devil's wheel, right? Where these drunk girls go in the center of this wheel and it spins, and to see how long they could stay on this wheel to the end, yeah? So anyway, I looked at it for a couple of minutes and I know why they call it the devil's wheel. So anyway, before I go to that, right? The topic of this video is called Sisters. This is referring to the sisters. Sisters, it is an honor to be amongst great men. I repeat that, you don't realize. Sisters, it is an honor to be amongst great men. Now listen, don't put me in an equation, all right? I'm talking about from the apostles come down, okay? Great men. So, whosoever is arse farting, a woman, if you women are arse farting in this truth, oh yes, yeah, women do fart too. Women do fart, so stop pretending. All right? Stop pretending. Stop coming into this truth and pretend. Because you do not realize how special, first and foremost, who you are. Okay? First and foremost. And the Lord chose you. Salakia, the Lord has called you to be amongst good men, great men. To be amongst great men. And you're arse farting. So I say this one more time. Sisters, it is an honor to be amongst great men. So anyway, back to this now. I was watching this for a couple of minutes and I could see why they call it the devil's wheel. Now what it is, it starts off like this, as you see the picture here. Then what it is, all these women race and it's all men too, in the background, right? And you can see it's a place, I don't know, I didn't investigate it. There's all these men there and these women and they're drunk. So all these drunk women race in the middle to see who can get to the center of this wheel, because what it does, it starts spinning. I'm going to show you in a minute. So they race to it. So it's empty like that. And they race to get onto the wheel. All these women. All right. Now, some of these women, what I found out later on at the end of the video, some of these women haven't got any panties on. If you want to call it panties or knickers or undergarment, some of them are naked underneath. And this is why they call it the devil's wheel, right? And the men all in the background there enjoying every part of it, all right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? You're supposed to enjoy women, looking at women. Don't get me wrong, all right? At least they're looking at women. That's a good sign. That is the right nature of a man, okay? So anyway, not go there. So these men there are looking at this game, all right? And then obviously there's more again, right? They crowd up on this thing and it starts to spin. So what it is, the main object of the game is that the fast it goes, it pushes people off. They slide off, and they see who could hold on to the end. All right. So when it came down to the end, now there's 2 left, 3 left, and the woman there with the blue, when she fell off, they had to blot it out. This woman was, you could see the carpet, right? You could see the woolly carpet. I'm going to show you the picture now. When she fell off, her legs are wide open. They had to blot it out. All right, look. Look at that now. They had to blot it out. Naked as ever. So she couldn't stay any. So apparently a lot of these girls go onto this thing, right? And some of them haven't got any panties on or knickers on. Now, what kind of women, shameful women, are you? Right? And I say again, that's why I named this the heading, sisters, it is a blessing, right? That you are amongst great men. You hear what I'm saying? It's a blessing. What these women, they're just drunk. Yeah? They're not sober in mind. How are they going to learn from these guys at the back, these men at the back? All they do is they're to lust and just, there's nothing going to come out of it. There's no salvation in this. So I have a few scriptures to bring out. All right? And this is why I'm saying, in all truth and love, yes, you sisters that are in this truth, all right, you better know what you're doing. You better know what you're doing. Because it's only a time, the time will tell. Okay? And this applies to me too. The time will tell for me too. If I'm sincere or not. All right? This is why I keep on saying, I don't care if I'm the last man on the chariot. I don't care if I'm the last or the lowest brother in the kingdom. I do not care. Right? I say this in the name of Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. I say this now. I don't care. If any brother, I want brothers to be above me. I want all brothers to be above me. I will stay at the bottom. I don't care. Here on earth and in heaven, I do not care. All I desire is to make it through into the chariot, into the kingdom of heaven the first time around. That's all I care about. All right? So when I talk about being amongst great men, I'm talking from the apostles. From the top men come down. You don't realize. You don't realize. All right? And you see things like this. There's nothing wrong in having a glass of wine, having a little fun time, but you have to be fully grounded. And you're not going to go elsewhere to be fully grounded. You have to be around great men that is reading from the scriptures, the holy men, okay? That is following the doctrine. You cannot be ass farting in this truth. Okay? And there are going to be elect women. There's going to be elect men, women, and it's going to be elect children. Okay? There is going to be. Jeremiah 10, verse 1 to 2. Hear ye the word which the Lord our power speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Okay? You don't understand how it's a blessing to be an Hebrew Israelite. It's the blessing to be called into the truth. It's the blessing to be amongst great men. It's a blessing. Thus saith the Lord our power, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. The signs of heaven. How are you going to know about the signs of heaven? If you're amongst great men, they will tell you about the signs. Okay? You cannot be amongst these men here that can't tell you nothing. You can't learn nothing from them. Okay? You can't learn anything. Look at all the men at the back. For the heathen are dismayed at them. Okay, let's go to the next one. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people. Holy means separate. You are separate from these people. All these women there crowded there, you are separate from them. Right? You see one, like I said, you don't know who is a Jake there, okay? You don't know who is a heathen, but these are like customs of the heathens. All right, there's one Jake there, you can see one woman in there, you don't know what nation, she could be Edomite, right? She could be an Israelite, as well as the other women there. But this custom we must not follow, right? So again, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord our power, thy power. The Lord our power, thy God, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Do you know what it feels like to be chosen? First of all, if you're a Hebrew Israelite, you are chosen to be his special children. All right? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Okay? What kind of thing is this now? You there, you're joining with these people and exposing your body like that. What kind of woman, a shameless woman is that? That is shameful. You're counted as a dog. And you're laughing and you're exposing your body like that. This is serious stuff, sisters. You better take it serious. Yes? Okay? You are doing the right thing, but are you really sincere in doing what you're doing? Because you are amongst the right, proper men, the guidance. You better not take it for granted. This was done a few days ago, a couple of days ago. Now, look at the time we're living in now, right? Seriously speaking, look at the times we're living in now, right? This place is about to go down, and this is all about this peace and safety. This is why the Lord, imagine now, you are amongst great men to tell you, listen, take heed and listen, follow the order and listen, all right? Because soon this peace and safety, all this mirth is going to come, it's going to disappear. It's going to be disappearing. Let's go to Titus. Let's go to Titus. Titus 2, verse, let's go 1 to 10. Let's go through it very quickly, right? It says, proper conduct is defined for various groups in the church. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine. Speak. Who is going to speak? Who does the speaking? You see, this is going to cut this is going to cut again that women mustn't teach about the doctrine, right? The scriptures. It says, but speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, and that is of men. Men are teachers. All right. I said again, and I'll keep on repeating it during the course of this video. Sisters, you do not realize that you are around great men. All right? Doctrine. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as cometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine. Excuse me. When I say much wine, you see, these women are drunk, right? But you can, now it works differently. You must drink too. You can drink, but you have to be soberly minded. You have to be focused. There's nothing wrong in having a glass of wine, but this refers like to different doctrines, philosophies, right? It says, is it given not to much wine, different philosophies, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women, that is your job, to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. Now listen to me, I'm going to go what I've noticed here, I'll just check this out. Now, when you go to the blue letter, right? Go back to the top again. It says, that the aged men be sober. Sober. Now, the Strong's G, that is a different Strong's G from the woman sober, right? But we know that the men, let me go to the men Strong's G, right? Hold on. Men, that the aged men be sober. Strong's G 3524. Let's go into that. All right. And when you scroll down, I'm going to try to do it quickly, right? It's to be vigilant, to be sober, to be vigilant, right? Abstaining from wine, either entirely for the least from its in moderate use. Okay, we talk about the drinking of things free from all wine. We talk about the philosophies, all right? The doctrine. And this is why the men are there to teach the doctrine, the true doctrine, okay? Okay? So, let's go down again. Right? So listen. So the men are the teachers, right? Of made men be sober, right? And we know because of the wine, the doctrine, because the men is order, yeah? Everything is given to them, right? The apostles, right? To teach us the doctrine, okay? That's to be soberly minded, okay? In the doctrine, right? And the women now, I go down now to the women now, right? In number 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober. So let's go to the women now. If you could follow what I'm saying. So like if it being all about the place, right? The sober for the women is a different Strong's G. The men's Strong's G was for sober is G3524. The women is G4994. Let's go into that now. And this is what caught my eye now. It says, restore one to his senses, all right? To moderate, control, curb discipline. To hold one to his duty. That's what touched me. To admonish, right? And you know what admonish means, okay? Admonish, to exhort earnestly. But this is what caught my eye. To hold one to his duty. So a woman's duty is to follow her head. That is her duty. Right? To follow her head, be soberly, that's a part of being soberly minded, to follow the right doctrine, right? The philosophies, and you learn it from men. You see the order. And it's so beautiful how it shows the order, because it said, men be sober, and then in blah, 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 it said, women also be sober. You see, that even shows order within itself there. All right? So it says to be, let me go back to 4 again. Let me go if I get confused. Hold on. It's the 4, isn't it? To be sober, right? Listen, it says, what I said again? It says to hold one to his duties, and that is your duties, women, right? Is to keep the order, be soberly minded, right? And in order to be soberly minded, you have to be learned, you have to be taught, yes, from your head. You're not going to be learning from these people. And I say it again, sisters, it is an honor to be amongst great men. All right? Soberly minded. So let's go here now. So that they may teach the young women to be sober, right? To listen. Also to listen to your head. Listen. You're not supposed to teach. You're supposed to listen. Take heed to the word, or the truth, the doctrine, and you are supposed, your duty now is to teach your children, all right, the women, teach the daughters what to do, how to love you. This is it, to love their husbands, to love their children, okay? You got your part to play. That is your duty. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love the children, to be discreet, chastity keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Lord our power be not blasphemed. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded. You see, so the men have to be sober-minded, which they're doing in the beginning, because they're listening to their head. They are listening to their head. They're not giving into strong drink. They're not going into different philosophies. They are teaching. And the order is that the women must listen. Be soberly minded to listen. Okay? Right? To know your place. All right? It's not hard, sisters. It's not hard. If you do that in sincerity, it's not hard. Man, so in all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works. Ooh, that is what is the pattern. In doctrine, showing uncorruptiveness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. Exhort servants to be obedient unto their own masters. Right? We have to be obedient. The same way we have to be obedient, right, sisters? The same way us men have to be obedient to our master. We have to be obedient to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. So all you sisters have to do is to be obedient. You hear this 101 times. All you have to do is to be obedient to your head. All right? And this is why I said it again. Sisters, it is an honor to be amongst great men. You're not going to learn not from the heathens. Oh, man. Last one now. Right? Let me say it again. 9. Exhort servants to be obedient unto their own masters and to please them well in all things, not answering again. You have to please your head. We are pleasing Yahweh Shem Yahshai. We are pleasing as our head. Women, please your men. Right? Oh, that's all you have to do is to please your man. Right. Now, this word tongue twisting, right? Verse 10, not purloining, but showing all good fidelity, that they may adorn the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, our Savior, in all things. Now, that word, not purloining, but showing all good fidelity, that means separate, set apart, not setting apart, right? But showing all good fidelity. Oh man, I'll tell you something, right? You see, now it's a shame to be like this. It's a shame. It is a shame for a woman to be lost with that drink, with that wine. All right? They're not soberly minded. Right? Oh man, what else I want to say? Oh, one more, Babaka Shah. This is what I want to say again. Last verse. 1 Peter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant. Okay? And that refers to the men and the women. The men be sober, the women be sober and vigilant. Okay? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about teaching whom he may devour. And that's what the devil is doing. He's going amongst these girls here, these women, and all these men at the back. Right? He's devouring all these women, and he loves it. They are lost. You now, sisters, you are amongst great men. Okay? Just hear what I'm saying in sincerity. You are amongst great men. Learning this doctrine. All right? There's no time for ass farting. There's no time for playing around. Because you don't understand. Just being amongst his men, it gives you the key to salvation. Do you know that? Do you understand that? I sincerely say this, sisters. I sincerely say this. The salvation, right, is through men. Okay? So take it serious. Take it very serious, sisters. Because the devil, he knows he's got a short time and he's devouring as much as possible. All right? And he loves it. Satan loves it when he sees this happening. He loves it. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And he's devoured millions and thousands of thousands. Okay? And this is why we go back to the same scripture. Many are called, but few are chosen. Okay? Many are called, few are chosen. So it is a blessing that you're a Hebrew Israelite. It's a blessing that you're called into the ministry, okay, to do your part, to look after your head, all right, to be a part of the ministry, to do whatever you can, all right, in sincerity, but to take it serious, all right, to take it serious, right, because you don't want to be taken away onto other doctrines, right? So it's a blessing. So in other words, it is a blessing, sisters. You don't know what you are amongst at the moment. Yeah? What you do prefer? To be amongst these people, all these men here? Huh? What are you going to learn from them? What are you going to learn from them? You are going to learn death. All right? Do not follow the customs of the heathens. All right? So please, Baba Kusha, take it serious. All right? Okay? There's different stages, of course, but to make sure that we're in the time now, not in the time for just taking it slow and easy, because this is the time that the Lord is about to come back and to, get things going. I hope and pray that this is edifying through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Barakathu Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rekar Kudash, and double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, all right, that taught us this truth, okay? And shalom, peace and blessings and love to you all, brothers and sisters and children. Shalom.